What's up, guys? Welcome back to a new vlog. Holy cow. Ugh. That's my air conditioning unit, by the way. Sometimes I wonder how nice it would be to have, what do they call it? Central air. Yeah, I'm sure that's really nice. So I've got a couple things going on today. Just wanted to kind of carry the vlog camera around with me and show you guys what's new. I just did an absolutely tear down of all the new outfitted stuff, all the new gear, and just did inventory count. Went through each box, counted everything that's in it. So how it works is I take this stuff over to our partner Eagle Eye, and they're also our fulfillment center, and that's who ships all the orders. So that's kind of what I have to do right now, is we're getting ready for a Saturday launch. I'm not sure if I'll be able to put this up Saturday or not, but Saturday, let me double check so you guys got the right dates. Saturday, June 29th, the new outfitted gear is going live. So a whole bunch of new products and then new inventory. We restock some of the old products as well, but this guy, I've been dying to show you guys this. Well, let me tell you, I've been dying to get my hands on this dang thing for a while now. But check out what I got from the Fish and Game. That's right, I got my deadhead back. So let me show you. Let me show you this rack. All right, here he is. So I found this while I was out looking for shed antlers. I found it in March and stumbled on the deadhead. Turned it into Fish and Game, and I just barely got it back yesterday. So they've had it for probably a week at their office, and they gave me permission to come down, get my disposal receipt, write up my paperwork, and recover it. So just a stud buck. I think he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 counting the eye guard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the other side. But this stuff is what's cool, makes him so unique, is just how bladey that is. Looks like he had a point there that's busted. I don't know if you guys can see that, but kind of bladed right there. But a cool buck with a ton of cool character. Definitely a shooter in my book on almost any hunt, unless I drew out like the Ponsagon or the Henrys or Antelope Island. But this thing is pretty dang heavy. It's got a lot of mass, like right there. I don't know if you guys can see that, but that section right there is got tons of mass. It almost balloons when it comes out of his head. Kind of balloons right there, and gets super heavy. But yeah, excited to have this, but I'm gonna clean that up. I've got somebody who's been cleaning up my skulls for me. His name's Chance. I'll give this to him and let him clean them up. But the antlers are in good shape. I could tell they never were dark brown, and I really believe that this buck died sometime in October, because he's out of velvet, but he's still knobby, like he didn't polish much, and the hair around the burr is still long, and had he had a chance to really rub, those hairs would basically be shaved right around the burr. So anyways, cool buck. Happy to get my hands on it. Wanted to show you guys. Now we got to go take this stuff to Eagle Eye. Let me compare him to some of the other deer I have in the house. I honestly thought this buck was bigger. Once I held it, I realized it wasn't as wide. And once I realized it wasn't as wide as I thought, because I found it laying down like this, and I don't know, it just looked wider, but not as big as I thought. I'm going to score him at the end of the video. If you guys have any guesses, stop the video now, scroll down, and take your guess. That's next to a 3-point. I mean, he does have a really nice frame. Does have better than average mass. And that front fork is pretty long, but I just don't think he's gonna go as big as I thought he was. Which I thought he'd hit 190, but I don't think so. I think he'll be somewhere in the high 70s, maybe 180. I don't know, he does have quite a few inches of extras. Let me know in the comments, guys, what do you think he scores? Put it down there before you watch to the end. How's it going?
Good, good. Getting ready to head out?
Yep.
I don't know if this needs to be where their footprint is. So
Yep.
maybe
I can throw in the side. Yeah.
I knew you would.
There we go, we're loaded up and headed to the warehouse. So this go around, I actually hired David Austin, who's a professional photographer, to take pictures for the Outfitted website. I'll put some over the top right here, but gonna make the website look a lot more professional. Definitely give it a cleaner, sharper look. And hopefully, the goal is always that it hopefully converts a little better. Our website before was poverty looking, honestly, for a company to be out this day and age. That's an online direct-to-consumer model. Our website looked pretty poor and our pictures were pretty poor, but that's a thing, and I'm just gonna give you guys a quick rant about business. So by no way am I like a business expert, but I can tell you through experience, if you're looking to do something, like you wanna start a business, you wanna do something online maybe, social media, whatever it might be, the thing is you just have to try and you really have to learn a lot. I never took school, college, any classes or anything for business. That's probably why I kind of suck at it, but I can tell you one thing from over the years. I'm not afraid to try. I'm not afraid to just try my best. And the one thing I've learned by doing some of the things I've done is, what the bug? Get out of here. Time out, guys, we got a bug trying to hitch a ride to the warehouse. You just have to give yourself a chance. You need to try and you need to learn. I cannot tell you how many hours I've spent on YouTube searching everything there is to be searched about starting a business. For example, I've searched how to create an LLC in Utah, just the baby steps, how to make money on YouTube, how to manage a Shopify website. Guys, there is so much information online, and there's a lot of people that actually their channel's dedicated to giving tutorials on, you know, how to start a business or how to start and run an online website. So just some advice for anybody who's ever thought about it. If there's something you want to do, you just got to go for it. If you keep making excuses, obviously it will never happen. And if you don't know how to do what it is you're trying to do or that you would like to do, you have to do some research, study, and learn. So that's my advice for now. I'm gonna hit the road, make sure I get there safely and off this camera. We'll catch up with the vlog when we get to the warehouse, all right? But anyways, don't be afraid. Well, we've got all the chores done, so Friday afternoon we're gonna shoot some bows at the Easton Archery Center. Martin's gonna meet me down here just to sight in my bow. Shooting the new RX3 this year. I've shot it once and I've got my 30 pin just about dialed in. I might have to do some fine tuning, and I have to work on 40 and 50 here today. And once I do that, I can go get my custom sight tape. But that's the goal, shoot this beast. And I'm still using some of the old accessories on my old one, so I always have to drag them both here. How about the fact that somebody's got my dream car right there? Hardtop Suzuki Samurai is my first car when I was 16. Is that exact thing right there, just not lifted or anything. But whoever owns that, I'm digging your Suzuki, man. I'm a huge fan of the Samurai. That's my dream car, an all original stock Samurai. If I can ever find one, I'm gonna buy it up. All right, shoot off. Me versus Martin. Oh, I'm just collecting all the arrow tubes over here. Here, guys, need one? I now have my 30, 40, and 50 pin pretty much dialed in. We're gonna shoot 3 at 50.
3 at 50. We just checked
Both
calendar and we're only 7 weeks out from the Utah archery opener.
That's nuts.
So kind of a slap in the face to get dialed in.
Came quick since our shed season was extended.
We extended to May on shed, so now we're catching up on archery to shoot.
Last one.
Last one. This one you should be able to see fly a little better. There we go.
Pull that one up a little higher. That one's good. All right, we'll clear it up. Okay, I showed you guys on my last vlog. Look at the strong helical on that. That's crazy. Last time I was using shorter blazer vanes. These are low profile, which allows me to get a little further distance on my sight window. Got the Hush wraps and the Hush vanes. They're made by AAE. See that? Okay, shot number 3, nail in the coffin to beat Martin. was soft again. I think that one hit center.
Could be in trouble.
Yeah, like Martin said, we have 7 weeks until the opener here in Utah, which means Nevada starts in only 6 weeks. So for anybody who's hunting there, hope you guys are getting ready.
You don't have Nevada, do you?
No, I didn't draw Nevada. I did put in for Nevada this year. Didn't draw. Man, it's close. We both got a lot in there.
Dang, I don't know.
I would say my groups are consistently right. I think I gotta fix that.
I only got 1 in the yellow, never mind. So you won.
Wait, you got 2 in the yellow.
Oh yeah, those are mine. Okay, cool.
We both, well, you got a middle one. So that's worth what? 10? You got a 10, a 9, and an 8. I got 2 9s and an 8. You're the champ.
Finally won.
Throws up the front double by.
I don't think I've ever beat you in a challenge.
I know. I guess
First
I got
time for everything.
Home sweet home again. Guys, I'm gonna go inside and get dinner started. Whoops. And then we're gonna score that buck. I've been thinking about it, and to be honest with you guys, when I first found it, I thought that buck would hit 190. And again, I wasn't able to handle it, hold it, touch it, move it whatsoever. So just looking at it, I think it looked bigger than it really is. Now that I've had it in my hands, I feel like it's gonna be closer to 180. It's always fun to score things as a reference for being out in the field when you're hunting. Not that score is the most important thing, but of course it's always fun to know. What made me think this buck was big was his mass and his tine length, but once I realized how compact he was, like short and narrow, he's only 23.5 inches wide. At that point I realized he's probably not as big as I thought. What do we have here? What is this? Mount Ops. All right, let's see what this is real quick. That thing is gonna need to be fixed. How annoying is that? Dang. Not doing so hot. Might have to sit it flat. Maybe it'll go away. But anyways, here we go. Let's see what we got in Mountain Ops. We have Mountain Ops foam trucker hat snapback. Oh sweet, just in time for 4th of July. Red, white, and blue. Meathead with a guy within it packing out an elk rack. Nice design. Finally some color in my life, like a maroon. Cool. Thank you, Mountain Ops. Also got some supplements over there too. It looks like they restocked me. Peppers and onions. Now this mix is like zucchini and yellow squash. But it's healthy. I don't always cook for flavor. I kind of cook for what I'm supposed to eat. So fajitas mixed with zucchini will work. All right guys, I'm gonna score this deer real quick, but let me show you guys how to score a deer. I am unofficially an official scorer. So you got your G1 is the eye guard. G2 is from the main beam here. G3 is from the fork to there. Your G4 is off the main beam to the top of that. This is your main beam starting at the burr. Wrap it around. That's going to be our main beam right there, and this is going to be considered an extra. So on this side, G1, G2, G3, G4, main beam, extra, extra. Circumference measurements is, I think they call them H1. 1, 2, 3, 4. And you measure at the smallest portion. So like down here is going to be down by the burr. The next measurement is going to be the smallest circumference after the eye guard, which is going to be right about here. Up here for the 3, and right there for the 4. That's a good measurement there. So I'm going to just go ahead and make a sheet since I do not have a scoring sheet. I'll just put dead head, title that. So we're going to do the right side and the left side. So I'm going to start with G1, 2, 3, 4, main beam. I just do circumference, so I do circumference 1, 2, 3, 4. Get the total. Then you're going to have extras. 1, 2, 3, 4, and your total of your right antler, total of your left antler, and add it to the inside spread. here we go. We're gonna start with the right antler. We'll start with the G1. And again, I'm not professional. If anybody has any recommendations, let me know in the comments box. But what you need to do is try to figure out where the point starts. I do that by running the tape behind the point and running it from main beam to main beam and seeing where that point starts and using that as a reference. So this won't be exact, but it'll probably be pretty dang close. And you measure in 8, so that is 3 2/8 on the right G1. 3 2/8. Same thing on the G2. Starts down on the main beam, running on the back side of the point, up to the Y. You can pivot the tape just a little. You're supposed to follow all the curves and the lines. Take it all the way to the end, and that is 13 2/8. 10 2/8. He's definitely going to get some length out of this G4. 12 2/8. Let's do some math. This is just kind of one thing I like to do, is I like to add up the 8s along the ways. So just right here, I'll just do math on the side. This is how I do it. So I'm at 4, 6, 8, 8, 14, 14, 19, 19. So I'm left over 19 8. So just do 8 divided by 19, goes into it twice. So 8 times 2 is 16. You got 3 8. So you got 2 3/8. So it's going to have 3 8s in the total, and you're going to add 2 inches to the top. I'm going to get the calculator out for this. Give me a minute. We got the final score. Let me give you a quick rundown again for those who have never scored something like this. Let me just show you my messy math equation on my sheet, and then I'll give you guys the final score. Alright, so once again we had all our measurements. I added up the 8s, which are on the outside, put the +2 because there was extra 8s. There was a +5. So the total of the right antler was 78 3/8. Total was 74 2/8 on its typical frame. Then you added the extras. Okay, once you got the extras, you got the next line. 82 1/8, 81 5/8. So actually pretty dang close. And then you have the spread, 19 7/8. So you add those 8s together, you get 1 5/8. So add 82, 19, and 81, plus the extra 1 5/8, you get 183 5/8. A little better than I thought, to be honest. I was really hoping he would just at least hit 180. Like I said, when I saw this buck laying in the sand, I thought the dang thing was probably in the 190s. So he's not. He's a little compact, but such a stud. Got a lot of character, a lot of extras, and yeah, like I said before, I'm just happy I got the dang thing back. Give me the gains. This is a deer backstrap, I think, from Colorado. Some fried veggies. That'll be good. Let those sit. They're probably done by now, but I'm gonna let it sit. Yeah, so here we go, guys. This is my life on a Friday night. This is pretty much what I do. Pretty much work, sheds, cook, eat lots of food, and I am trying my best to get in shape for the hunts. That's why this thing is set up, the recumbent bike. I put it right up here with my big YouTube channel going on, and it's pretty easy to see that I like to watch hunting videos and fitness videos on YouTube. And right now, I'll tell you what, guys, I am so excited to hunt whitetails this year. I've done a few hunts that are more kind of set up, guided. We did Heartland Pride Outfitters last year where I shot my big Kansas buck. I did a hunt with a friend in Missouri, but again, he had the stands set up. That was the first buck I ever shot. That was a whitetail. It was out in Missouri. But my goal this year is to do it yourself whitetail hunt. Looking into North Dakota, looking into Missouri that have over-the-counter tags, possibly Nebraska. If you guys have any good states that you can purchase a tag over-the-counter for whitetails, let me know. I'm going to just sit down and grub, guys. Grub some deer, and then I'm going to sit down and do cardio. I do 40 minutes a day, and I didn't do it at the gym earlier, so now I'm stuck doing it here at home. Thanks for watching the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe. The next video on this channel is going to be questions and answers. I think I said that on the last video, but I haven't had time to sit down and just film it. I need to. I got a ton of questions from you guys on the last video and on my Instagram. And by the way, if you're not following me on Instagram, go check it out. It's at Eric_Chesser. I'm probably more active on Instagram than any social platform. So yeah, follow me there. But hope you guys had a good night. Hope you guys have a good weekend. I'll see you guys on the next video.